I don't believe any of them. All the DSA people are saying, oh, these things you quoted last week, we don't say. Yeah, you said it, you meant it, stop it.
Yeah, flip-flopping though. This is as old as
That's
politics.
not flip-flopping, that's lying. That's just pretending you don't. I know who you really are, and that's okay. Communism is an economic system. It always leads to a horribly corrupt, violent political system, but it is an economic system. You're allowed to vote for it. I'm not saying make it illegal or anything, but just own up to what it is. That's what it is. When you're talking about seizing the means of production, you are a communist. Okay, just own it.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the channel, and today I want to show you another clip from Bill Maher's show where he is talking to Mike Rowe, and this was his first guest at the very beginning where he's talking to someone influential and really important to talk to about a certain subject he wants to talk about, and this has to do with the jobs and the economy with Mike Rowe. And they're talking about DSA and who's actually supporting DSA, and it's not the people you think would be. All right, guys, so stick with me. If you could, please hit that like button, comment, and share this out to everybody.
I shared your monologue from last week.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was really important because you didn't accuse anybody of anything, really.
Just quoted.
You quoted.
Yeah.
So I put this up on my little page, and I wrote what I wrote, and we have over 200,000 comments on this thing. You hit something that's so primal right now, and
yeah,
for me, I don't really have a dog in the big socialism hunt specifically, but I've got one in workforce. And when I look at 400,000 or 500,000 open jobs, and then I look at those 7 million able-bodied men not even looking at the jobs at all, and then I look at this whole conversation unspooling. I don't know if you saw this, but the stat that got me within the Democratic Party right now, 59% of Democrats who support socialism have college degrees. 40% who support socialism don't.
You know, I'm not really surprised about those numbers because if you look at the percentage of people that support socialism, majority of them are white, and they're also college educated. And the thing is, the reason they support it is because they're indoctrinated while they were in college. And most of the people that didn't go to college don't believe in socialism. They believe in capitalism because they know that's how you actually go up in the economic charts. You know, that's how you go from poor to middle class to upper class to rich, and so on and so forth. And unfortunately, the socialist wing of the Democrat Party, and there's a socialist wing of the Republican Party, they believe in equity and not equality. And in my opinion, equity is just a fancy word of saying socialism anyway.
So this thing that's being called a worker uprising, it's really not.
No.
It's not. This is happening because a lot of people with a really expensive credential are in the hole in a big way. And they're pissed. And I don't blame them, honestly. I mean, we can say what you want about it, but they took our advice, man. They took our advice. We said, borrow whatever it takes. Go follow your dream, and then go get your dream job. And that was a bunch of nonsense.
Yeah, they don't want to borrow money to get a degree for a job that doesn't exist.
And I don't want to lend them money that they'll never be able to pay back to get their credential for the job.
No, I mean,
they're 100% correct. That's a fact. The fact is, the boomers and some of the Xers convinced these kids that are, let's just say, younger Xers like me, and also millennials and so on and so forth, other generations below us, to go and get loans and go to school, get this real expensive credential, and then finding out that real expensive credential doesn't mean anything because that job doesn't exist anymore because of AI or whatever else might come out to actually replace people working. Or that job was sent to China, India, Mexico, wherever it might be. And people in the government make these trade deals that make it where it's easier for countries to actually steal these jobs because the fact is these companies are addicted to cheap labor. And unfortunately, in the United States, what's happened is the inflation that's happening here, it's made where people need to make more money to actually survive. And it makes it hard for corporations and for these companies to actually make a profit in the United States and stay fluid. And that's the reason they're going to India, China, and Mexico. And that's also why I'm against the wars, because the wars are a big component of inflation in the world. And if you don't have wars like you're having in the Middle East and also in Europe, you wouldn't have the inflationary rate going up in the West like you're having now. And unfortunately, we haven't learned our lesson in this. And as time goes on, we're going to have more jobs leaving the United States because of it. And then you have AI coming in, which I don't think AI is going to take as many jobs as we think it will, but it will take some, especially the ones that are like writing or editing and stuff like that, especially Hollywood stuff. I could see it taking a lot of those jobs. But guys, I want to know what you think. Comment down below and let me know. Don't forget, hit that like button and share this out to everybody.